When I try to tell people what this book is about, I usually say it's a series of poetry sequences supported by a fictional critical apparatus, meaning like editor's preface and footnotes and etc. But they're really a pivotal part of the work, and they're in conversation with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the editor's preface, and then I'm going to pretty immediately read one of the pieces, and I still haven't decided which one. And then I want to tell you a little bit about how I came to write this. Okay. All right. Okay, field notes recovered from the expedition to Devil's Peak, editor's preface. And I wish I had more light. The 1884 expedition to Domi and Wasit, or Devil's Peak, needs little introduction. Harriet Callis, archaeologist and alpinist, set off in search of the fabled burial hoards of Inyarluin, made famous by the ancient epic of the same name. Neither she nor any member of her team was ever seen again. The recovery of Callis's field notes a half-century later renewed interest in the ill-fated expedition and brought with it a frenzy of new recovery missions, all to no end. In the intervening decades, the field notes themselves became the subject of wide-ranging interdisciplinary study. Though reduced by time and the elements to mere fragments, their status as evidence or knowledge was controversial at best. With the textual context lost, the challenge for the editor becomes one of arrangement. Some editors have chosen to order the field notes alphabetically, e.g. Marsden, 1954, and some by size, Sheffield, 1957, with the largest intact sections first, followed by ever briefer and more enigmatic fragments of text. As one might expect, the edition published by the Royal Antiquarian Society prioritized those fragments that seemed to describe mortuary contexts, while the Royal Geographical Society favored those that lent themselves to spatial or environmental analysis. Adventure writer S. Carmichael pieced together the fragments to craft a gruesome tale of discovery and death, in which Callis and her team plummet into a crevasse, only to find the very burial hoards they were seeking, rendering the field notes a kind of morbid catalog of the author's own inevitable tomb. Ordering the fragments, then, reveals the editor's underlying pretensions to evidentiality or story, narrative or science. In her 1971 Sequences, published serially in the Journal of the Antiquarian Society, Ramberton, the poet R.H. considers instead what meaning may be found by placing the fragments in deliberate conversation with each other. Reception to this approach was decidedly mixed, and R.H. faced accusations of indecency by the various scientific societies for aestheticizing the field notes. Unmoved, the poet responded to her critics with a single verse from the epic, "Sing, beloved, your words are a marked road, sing for the lost." In this Jubilee edition, marking the 50th anniversary of their serial publication, we present, for the first time, the 5 sequences, together and unabridged.